Run. They're coming. They're trying to get me. I gotta get out of here. What are you running from exactly? Nothing. See, most of the time, people are just running from their imagination. Imagination is a very interesting thing. It powers way more than we think it does. So let's take a second to stop and let's think about this. It's because most things that people are actually running from are something that they imagine or something that someone told them to imagine. Now, let's really think about this for a second. Now, I'm not saying the news is all bad, but when you turn it on, it's usually all bad. Most of the times when you're walking through life, things aren't really that bad. The news just usually points out one or two people who are some bad apples in the bunch. But for the majority of people, they're just living their lives. And for some strange reason, we sit back and we say, man, I hope that bad person doesn't get me. Those one or two bad people out there. Now, granted, there are more than just one or two bad people out there, but you don't have to let your imagination run wild with the ideas of bad things happening to you. How can we turn this around? How can you make your imagination an asset to you? Because it hasn't gone anywhere since you were a child. You still use your imagination every single day. This is where it comes in controlling your thoughts. When you control your thoughts, you control your imagination. See, most people think in images. They have a vision of something in their mind. And when they see it enough, it starts to either help you or hurt you. See, our things shouldn't be about letting our imaginations run wild with us. We should let our imaginations run with us to the places that we actually want to go. But most people are going to be like, Mike, what are you talking about? My imagination has absolutely nothing to do with real life. Oh, but it does. Have you ever sat back sometimes and been like, man, this situation I'm in, this is going to turn out bad. And it turns out bad. And sometimes you're like, man, this situation is going to turn out good. And it turns out good. Well, what were you thinking about? What were you envisioning in your mind? Also, you can have a split thing where sometimes you say, oh, this is going to work out good. But in your mind, you're like, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. And it doesn't. So, are you telling me that your imagination has nothing to do with real life? Because if a group of people who sit behind a desk and film bad things on TV all day, called the news, can tell you that the world is really bad and you think it's really bad, but the only thing you really see out here in the neighborhood are people walking their dogs, kids playing and stuff like that, but you're too afraid to come outside, that means your imagination is running away with you. And it's taking you someplace that you don't really want to go. So, instead of letting your imagination control you, you learn how to control your imagination. The reason for this is that if you want to plan something, if you want to be someone, if you want to do something, you need to use your imagination in order to make it happen. When we were kids, we played make-believe. We said we wanted to be things. But the only reason why we didn't become those things is because we didn't stay focused on them long enough. Someone told us, hey, focus on this thing right here because that thing you want over there, it's not realistic. The thing that I perceive as scary, that's realistic. And that's what you need to watch out for. Ooh. The spirit of Halloween, if you see a lot of people, if you've been around people who perceive the world as goblins and scary ghosts and all these things, that's what they told you the world really is. But the world really isn't that bad. Because once you get control of your imagination, then your perception changes. And once your perception changes, then the world is a totally different place. We don't have to perceive the world in a negative light just because other people perceive the world in a negative light. We have control of our own imaginations to speak life into what we want. So if you want to speak life into death, you can get a lot of that. Speak life into love, you can get a lot of that. If you want to speak life into skepticism, you can get a lot of that too. It's all up to you. The choices we make in our awareness and our conscious attention to detail is really what we're going to get out of life. I mean, it's really simple once you look at it. That's why they say write things down. Write positive things down. Write positive affirmations down. If you're going through a tough time, you can write about the negative things just to get them out your system. But then right after that, we should use our imagination to say, how am I going to make this better? What can I do to make this better for myself? So then you're not stuck in a crazy loop of trying to look for goblins and goons everywhere. Bad people trying to get me. Ha! Ha! What if you look out for the good people? The people who want to love you. The people who want to cherish you. The people who want to see you succeed. What if you want to see that for yourself? Don't you think that you would probably find more people like that if you were aware of them? One last example for you, right? I'm a musician. I love music. And music tells us a story. When we listen to that particular story enough, we start to believe it. Now, I challenge you to go back and listen to your playlist when you were a kid or teenager, and then look at your relationships and see if they mirror the music that you listen to. Also, see if they mirror the attitudes of the people who you currently or used to be around. I bet you will find something interesting there. My name is Mike Notes. I'm a musician, an entrepreneur, tarot reader, and I'm just here to open your imagination. So don't be scared. It's all good. I'm here to help you walk through. But I can't do the work for you. You got to be the one to reimagine your life so that your life is awesome.